Jovi, so if you had to swap the wife, who would you swap me on?
Ooh.
And one thing you know, walking into a room with them, they're gonna have a lot more problems than you have.
Yeah, actually, we'll make a great couple, a two evil couple.
TLC, if you're listening, feel free to send me to Mexico, wherever. I will get drunk and flirt with a few people on 90 Day. I'm not. Welcome to another episode of TV I Say with me, Ashley Ray. Our guests today are Jovi and Yara from 90 Day Fiancé. So many versions of 90 Day. They're in Happily Ever After, Last Resort. Anyway, they're going to get us all up to date on that giant franchise that I love. But before we get to that, let me share my watch list, because I've been watching a lot of TV. There's a lot of TV out there, and you need to hear about it. First of all, The Gilded Age. We just had this finale. Obviously, no spoilers here on TV Club. But oh my gosh, am I so excited that it's already been renewed for another season. It is, okay, sure, people are like, what's so excited about The Gilded Age? And you're like, there's a ball. They built a train, but it's the most exciting thing in the world, okay? You're like, oh, so-and-so got published in the paper, and it's just as like big as if you were watching like a spy thriller. I promise. If you are holding back on The Gilded Age because maybe you thought Downton Abbey was boring, let me tell you, they're doing some things on Gilded Age with CGI that they were not doing on Downton Abbey. If anyone watching knows what I mean. And wow, that horse. Other TV that's out, it has been tough with HBO right now. Other than The Gilded Age, they are running The Yogurt Shop Murders, which is a documentary about a murder that happened in Austin. Well, 4 murders, really, that happened in Austin in, I believe, 1994. This is one of those documentaries that I do feel is good, but I'm going to say wait for all the episodes to come out. There's still 2 more left. We've only seen the first 2. So far, it's a slow build. It's one of those documentaries that's more about questioning the ethical realities of true crime and what it's like to bring survivors back and to force them to relive those memories for documentaries than it really is about the case. That's because it is also one of those cases that has never been solved, and so there really isn't much to report on. Which I think is a huge problem with a lot of current cold case documentaries, where they're just kind of like, yep, we don't have really anything else to add to this and we don't know anything else, but we just want to get it back out there. So it's one of those, but I do think if you're interested in larger pictures of true crime and how survivors and victims can be honored in true crime versus stories that are focused on the killers, this is a great example of that. So there you go. Leanne on Netflix. Is that okay? You're probably like, really, Ashley? Leanne on Netflix? It looks like one of those comedies you would watch on not even NBC, not even, it looks like a CBS comedy from the early 2000s. Yeah, it is. It has a laugh track. It is about a divorcee. It's basically Reba, but she's blonde and she doesn't have young kids. Actually, that's pretty much it's Reba, but she's blonde, and it's good. It works. Leanne, she's so funny. That Leanne Morgan, I think her name is. She also has a Netflix special, but she's very funny. The show works. It is your traditional sitcom, but it has some little updates that I think make it something you'll want to watch if you're a millennial. It's not quite your boomer CBS show, is what I'll say. So give that a shot. The second to last, the penultimate show on my watch list that I'm going to ask you to get into is The Hunting Wives, also on Netflix. If you miss Desperate Housewives, you need to get into The Hunting Wives. It is, Desperate Housewives finally had a child, and it is this show. It doesn't make sense. There's lesbians, there's murder, there's cheating. You never know why something's happening, but you love that it's happening. They're gorgeous women in beautiful outfits. They're rich. Why is there people dying? Who knows? Doesn't matter. It's such a good show. You'll be like, I don't get, but you'll love it. I promise you. Just like Desperate Housewives, where you were like, oh, now she's killing. Why? Oh, but it doesn't matter. Just go along for the ride. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful faces. Wonderful, wonderful television. And the final show on my watch list that I'm going to suggest to you, it's probably not one you're watching. It's a little out there. Caught in the Act, Double Life. It's on MTV or YouTube TV. You might be able to watch it on Hulu or Philo. But Caught in the Act, Double Life, it's a bit like Cheaters, except that it has a host who I don't know why she's the host. It is Toni Braxton's sister, Tamar. I don't know that Tamar Braxton is educated in double lives or if she has special interest there, but it's her finding people who live double lives. Sometimes it's like a woman who's pretending to be a surrogate for this other lady and is like tricking her and faking a pregnancy. Sometimes it's like this guy who runs a gym and he says that he sells supplements, but he's actually like selling people candy. It's great. It is so good. If you love Catfish and you miss Cheaters, you got to get in on Caught in the Act, Double Life. I did binge it for an entire day. It's that kind of perfect trash. I mean, also Love After Lockup is back, so your trash bin might be full. That's what Love After Lockup is. It's back. I can't wait. We'll talk about it once we get a few more episodes out. But the trash bin is full right now. We are waiting for good TV to come back this fall. That is the watch list. We're going to come back with our wonderful guest, Jovi and Yara from 90 Day Fiancé, right after this break. Jovi and Yara, welcome to TV I Say. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Just enjoying this beautiful weather in Miami.
Miami. Is it nicer than New Orleans? What are you thinking?
Jovi, is it nicer than New Orleans? I'm literally talking to you right now, and I'm staring to the best view I had in my life. Of course, it's better than New Orleans.
I mean, the view's nice.
Yeah,
Good.
it's sick. Like, I could not be depressed over here.
So, like I said, there has been so much happening in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. I think since we last saw you, you were on 90 Day Last Resort, and now you are on 90 Day Happily Ever After. First, I would love to talk about Last Resort. What was it like to do the show? Was it a little scary knowing this was a new spinoff? Was it scary knowing you were going to be with these other couples? How was that?
I personally was like a little on the edge, right? Like I feel like a lot of therapy kind of problems is not stuff you want to go around with the wider group, right? So to have like when we were going there, we knew we were going into group therapy and having to basically like expose ourselves to the whole group and talk about our problems in front of everyone.
For me, to be honest, I'm very comfortable to being uncomfortable. And if it's whatever my issue can help somebody else, that would be amazing. So I was good. I always like to do something new.
Did it help knowing you're one of the strongest couples in the series?
Oh, it did help. I mean, when we got there and we started hearing the problems that other people were having, it was like,
Let's say the competition was that much strong, so it was not hard to fight.
Very, very true. I out of sort of all of what you've seen in the show and now in some of what we've seen coming back with like Gino and Jasmine, what would you say was the craziest problem that you guys saw while you were there?
seeing Kalani and Asuelu basically navigating into a divorce at the last resort was very even emotional for me, right? I can see like there was a lot going on around them and it was hard to watch.
Yeah, they were one of those couples where I was like, they're going to make it. They have the kids.
Yes.
Come on. And then when she invited the guy there, I was like, okay, yeah, this is done. Like, what do you mean?
That was wild.
That was brazen. I was like, okay, maybe one of the, gutsiest things I've seen on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Was there anything else that was really shocking about Last Resort? Any couples that, I mean, I was pretty shocked that Angela and Michael made through that part of Last Resort, at least.
I mean, he wanted to get to America, Things got here on the way. I mean, like, I don't support illegal immigration, but like, that man deserved the green card, and I hope he's gonna get it one day. So wherever America put him through, in the face of one woman. But you know which I was the most shocked? I always thought that Elizabeth is using Big Ed for being in the screen or something like that. And for me, it was the most shocking when cameras was off and she was all over that man. I was like, ew.
Yeah, she really loved him.
She really loved him.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't believe until I saw.
I didn't believe it until the tell-all when it was like clear she was just trying to make him jealous with this new guy and she like kept asking about him and I was like, wait a second. Wow, this is real. I mean, I have only met Big Ed once. What is the charm there?
Ew.
I don't know, but I will tell you, like, when cameras were rolling, not rolling, it didn't matter. She was, like, sitting on his lap, hugging him. Like, you can see she really loved him. I mean, it was very weird, but it was true.
What was there?
That's what I love about the show is, yes, sometimes there are the people, Your Michaels, where it's like, okay, you know what? This guy deserves it. He had someone tear apart his car. She's like terrorized his friends and family, kept him locked in a room. Give him the green card. And it's okay. And you hate to see it when you can tell someone's being used. But in this case, I was like, yeah. No, Michael, it's okay. And Liz, yeah, you clearly love. This isn't just for TV. You clearly love him. So
Yeah.
you know, if you get to be in every single life spinoff from here until forever, you did the work. You deserve that. You deserve a
Yeah.
pillow talk spot from here to eternity.
Uh-huh.
So now you're in Happily Ever After. This sort of part two, I feel like, from Last Resort. We're seeing you, a few of the other couples. How does it feel to be on Happily Ever After compared to some of the other franchises?
I think this season is just, it's got quite the twist, right? We're interacting with other couples. And I think before we interacted with these people at a tell-all and you would see them, they would be gone. And now, we're seeing them every couple of weeks and we're having to try to continue this relationship and then, ultimately hang out together more and more and more. And it just gets more and more complicated as we go on.
I mean, depends. Like, some of those people are my friends, so
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to know. I mean, I absolutely miss seeing Miss Gwen. I have to be honest. Totally miss her on my screen. But I love seeing you guys get somewhat closer to the new couples. Do you feel like you've become closer with like Libby and Andre, or Lauren and Alexi a bit more?
Joe is very close with Andre. They're bad buddies since I don't know for how many years. I know I'm very close to Lauren, also close to Elizabeth, but she lives in Tampa, so it's hard for me to see her. But Lauren lives 40 minutes away from me, so like she'll text me if I'm in the mall or something like that. So it's just more easier to keep it up connection and see her and stuff like that.
Yeah, in the most recent episode that we all watched, it does seem like the boys are pretty close. And then Jovi, you guys totally you snitched on your boy. You snitched on your boy Andre about him losing all this money, about all of his plans.
Whoa, I'm not the one who snitched. Let's just make that clear.
That
It was
was
Alex.
Alex.
That was Alex. Yes, okay, yes, but it's not like you provided any cover. You were just immediately you folded. You just were like, yeah, man.
Well, at least I didn't reveal the secret. I guess we can say I just, once everyone knew, then I could talk about it. It's fair game after that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you all are getting to know each other on a much more personal level this season. When you hear things like a secret like this, how do you decide like, oh, we're friends but not really friends? That's not my business to tell. How do you navigate something like that?
That's actually a good point because, we're just really getting to know each other and you kind of don't know where you stand with each one of these couples and, how much should I trust you? How much should you trust me? Like, it's a very interesting thing to be navigating, honestly.
I think I just need to alarm everybody to not trust honestly Joey with secrets.
Why?
Because you don't know how to keep secrets. You're telling all of my secrets when you were drunk, so I'm not telling you anything anymore.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I do think there's like this big, obviously just, I guess, gossip industry around 90 Day now that makes it really hard to trust people. You never know who's going to like run to some online gossip magazine, who's going to try to say anything about anything. Have you, when you started the show, did you think it would end up like this? Or were you kind of like, I just thought this would be an honest look at the K-1 visa process and now it's become something else?
Oh, it's obviously become something other than what we expected, right? Like it started off.
Not with you.
Well, it started off like, really focused on our marriage and getting through those 90 days. And, when you first go into it, you're not sure if this is going to keep going on, if people are going to still want to watch us or whatever. And now we're in a circle where we're wondering if we can trust other cast members that we're being around all the time. And it's very interesting. It's, tricky game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, once I'm already going and embarrassing myself for all the world and tell them what's up with me, I should stay on that show for as much as I can because already I did not tell them what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
But like I don't really keep so much connection with a lot of cast members just because simply, first of all, I am not that friendly.
Agree.
Secondable, I don't have time. I'm very busy.
Yeah. You're busy people. You have things to do. I was going to play a game with you too because we met at a 90 Day party. You were my favorite cast members to drink with. So I was going to play a game called Truth or Drink, where I was going to ask you a question and you could either tell the truth or make me drink. But we are not allowed to have alcohol in the studio. And also, I had to drive here today. So we're going to pivot. And instead, I'm going to ask you questions and you can say truth or pass. And then when I'm home, we can like cut in me drinking shots over here. We'll like do a little counter of me doing it at home in the studio, not here.
Okay, nice. I like it. I was going to say we're going to have to continue this game at some point later on.
Yeah. Also, we originally were going to do this in the afternoon, and it is now like 11 in the morning here. So
That's fun. Well, it's almost there.
yeah. I think it's best though that we wait. So my first question, speaking of who you trust on the show, would you rather tell the truth or make me drink? What cast member or couple do you think is the most trustworthy?
Oh. I mean, I'll tell the truth on this one. No one. I don't trust any of them.
That's a great answer.
It's such a competition with everybody over there, and everybody like it's like trustworthy until something that happened and they get like jealous or whatever, have a big feelings and stuff.
Yeah, even like like Brandon and Julia, they just seem so like innocent and like I don't know, like they're just
Yeah, until she unblocked me.
oh my god. I mean, okay, now I have to
She
ask.
unblocked me already.
Oh.
Very childish games, you know.
Yeah.
I think she grew up at this point.
Yeah, now I want to know. I mean, who do you have the biggest beef with other cast members, or do you want to pass?
Oh, I have no beef with nobody. I don't care. I like I
Yeah. I mean, for me, yeah, no one really besides Ed. I mean,
Yeah.
But he's like such a like there's like it's okay. I was
Can't you
gonna
take
be
a-
very mean, but I'm not gonna say that.
can't even take the guy serious enough to have beef with him, to be honest.
I
That's
mean,
right.
it does seem like anytime you two are in a show or a reunion together, it's like Jovi's gonna come for Ed.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter what's going
Oh,
on.
but he does it to me, too. He really, like, tries to poke me all the time
He
to see what he can do.
does. He knows how to really poke people, like
Yeah.
especially Lauren. He can just get under her skin, and it's like you can't let him do it. You just have to ignore him.
Yep.
That's the way to handle Big Ed.
Yeah.
If you had to do Last Resort with another person, like you had to couple up with someone else in the 90-day universe, who would you pick?
Couple up, like go with us and another couple.
Yeah, like you have to switch. Like you have to pick a new husband. Jovi, you got to pick a new wife, but only 90-day people.
That is such a like horrible question.
We can just make her drink on this one.
That is horrible.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
we're
enough.
gonna
Make me
pass.
drink on that one.
We're gonna pass on this.
I deserve it for that one. But I do have to ask because are you watching Hunting for Love?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm very much into it. I don't think Yara's seen too much, but, like, I watch every episode. I'm waiting for, the season finale to see what happens next.
Joey, so if you had to swap the wife, who would you swap me on?
Ooh.
No one.
Oh.
But if you have to, that's no options. That's no choice.
No, I choose her to drink, and that's it, because I love my wife.
No,
and
I think
I
we're
love-
doubling down on this one, so you got to answer, Joey.
I love my wife, and I would never
There's
choose
no
anyone else.
choice. There's no choice. You have to do it.
You have to
Who
do
would-
it.
Oh,
No
my
choice.
God. Somebody that's in a 90-day franchise?
Yes. Who would it be?
No. Just no.
Oh yeah.
Good, strong answer on that one. I'm also watching Hunting for Love, and it makes me just look at all the different ways different people are trying to couple up, like Courtney and Colt. I was like, I never saw that, but it's making sense to me.
My
Yeah.
God.
And then I'm like, okay, maybe there's other people like that they should just keep slotting in and they can all just find love with each other. And I think that'd be great.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, to be honest. It's a little chaotic, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah, the people they threw in are a little like the random non 90-day fiance people. I'm a little like, who are you? Why are you here? I don't know. I would love to be one of them just because I would love to get drunk with the cast. TLC, if you're listening, feel free to send me to Mexico, wherever. I will get drunk and flirt with a few people on 90 Day. I'm not like, I can't promise like a Cole or like but there's some. I can make it work. I can make it work with like a Usman, I guess.
There's not that much options.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options, but if you need people. But I'm wondering, like, if you had to cast the next season of Hunting for Love, who are some people that you would click together, or are you just kind of like, nobody here should be dating each other? Everyone needs to work on themselves.
Well, we have to get Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie's got to be there. Jasmine's got to leave this little guy she's with in Florida
But
right
which one are
now.
you gonna put Natalie together with?
Ooh.
Who's
Oh,
gonna go?
I don't know. We can just choose Rob because everybody goes with
Gino?
Rob, so we can just throw Natalie. We can throw Natalie in there with Gino. There you go. That's a good one.
Oh, I could maybe see Natalie and Gino.
Yeah, she's crazy. He's crazy.
He's a bit crazy. I feel like he needs to move away from the like dark haired, like go someone blonde, like very different country.
Okay, so here you go. You got Gino, Jasmine, Natalie. Um, who else would spice it? Oh, Big Ed. There we go. I mean, that's 4 people to start off with. You're
Big
good to
Ed
go.
need to take a break. I think
Yeah,
let him
Big
let
Ed
them
can take a
organize
break,
lot.
I think. I don't want to force. I like, who do you want to make deal with that?
Oh, Big Ed and Angela. Then they can just like get married.
No, no, they need to take a break, both of them.
They do seem to have chemistry with each other. It's like everyone else they're mean to, but they like found when they're together at a reunion, it's like they get each other.
I could see them together.
Yeah.
I could see them together. Yeah.
That's like they deserve each other would be. They actually would make a great couple, like 2 evil couple.
Very, very true. Another question. What do you think is the biggest secret that gets revealed this season of Happily Ever After?
Biggest secret. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be something to do with like Gino and Jasmine, right? Like I mean, we've seen.
No, there is a bigger secret, but we cannot spoil the team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a big shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it's gonna be, I don't know, next week or week after.
I don't know, but it's coming soon.
Yeah, so we can't spoil that one yet. But we do know about the Gino Jasmine twist. I don't think anyone was surprised by how the open marriage turned out. I think most people thought it would kind of go crazy. Do you believe Gino when he says that Jasmine was cheating prior to when she asked for the open relationship?
I think so, to be honest. I think, she had an emotional connection at some point with Matt before she was willing to tell that to Gino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like, at the resort, she was very like, yeah, this is the guy, we've been talking. It didn't seem like this was a new idea for anyone except for
It was
Gino.
it was already mapped out in her head how it was all going to go down, and she had to figure out how she was going to relay that information to Gino and use a therapist and whoever else to her advantage to get there.
Yeah. How's she gonna bring that up?
And so now in the show we're watching, and it seems like she genuinely wants Gino back at this point, but she's still living with Matt, but she really do you believe her that she and you also can make me drink instead of telling the truth.
Nah, I don't believe her. I think she's, I don't know.
Would you want Gina? Who will want Gina?
When I met them in person, that's when I was like, you know what? I really think they're in love. I think they fake the hate for the cameras because they wouldn't let people take pictures with them together. They were like, you can take pictures with us separately, but not together.
Interesting.
But then they were all over each other and like kissing, and it was clear that they had I was like, okay, she's actually into him. Like, I do think she wants to lick his toes. That's what she likes. But I believed it. So when she first was like, I want him back, I was like, I think she legit does want this relationship. But then how do you explain like the baby still staying with Matt? There's no way she thought like Gino's going to take me back if I have someone else's baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a good point. I mean, sick minds work in crazy ways, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, would you if you had to kind of interact with Gino and Jasmine more this season, would you be open to that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one thing walking into a room with them, they're going to have a lot more problems than you have. So the focus will be on them and not us.
I don't think they're bad people. They're just bad with each other.
That's true. They both are very nice. I've had great times with both. It is just maybe stay away from each other. And Jasmine, maybe don't beat up Gino's new partners. Maybe don't beat up his new girlfriend.
That's crazy.
When you're bringing your new boyfriend to the party, like I don't...
Mm-hmm.
I know that was so how you say the word when so they're gonna phone.
I cannot imagine though, just like trying to convince my new partner,
Hypocritical.
my new partner to come somewhere to meet my old partner with their new partner. It's just, I don't know, it's just beyond absurd to me.
It's odd. Like she has just a lot of gumption. She's another person. I'm like, okay, Jasmine, you do your thing and you get your way in life. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So is there anyone else that you would like to see join the Happily Ever After couples?
I don't know. Who would be fun? Who do you like a lot?
Joanne? I mean, I like people who are already there. Like I like Darcy.
Oh yeah,
And,
Darcy's fun.
Yeah, and
I've been hanging out with Darcy and Georgie a little bit.
Georgie, yeah.
They're fun.
Because they also live in Miami, so like we meet with them, and they're super fun.
Yeah, we live like 10 minutes away, so just quick Uber. I can be down there and Brickle with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely love Darcy. I wanted her to be in Last Resort like the whole time. I was like, that would have been, not to say Stacey's not fun. They're both, but Darcy's like really fun.
Maybe next season she would be.
She's very fun to be around too. Like having a few drinks with them is always a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, here's a question. Or make me drink. Would you rather party with Florian and Stacey or Darcy and oh my Georgie?
I mean, I've hung out with both of them quite a bit. I think Darcy and Georgie are more fun to me, but I've also spent a lot more time around them, so I feel more comfortable around them, I guess you can say. But Florian is also, he's like, you hang out with Florian, he's like shots nonstop. So like he's also a very good time.
He does not look like a very smart person, but it's just my opinion. I'm probably very wrong. But I just say I do not know him, so it's my opinion, which I'm probably very wrong. So I just never hang out with them. I hang out with Georgie and Darcy.
It seemed like when he was on Last Resort, like he would drink a lot and it always caused issues. Like he wasn't afraid to start fights.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like Darcy and Georgie, they're just having a good time. They're
Yeah.
I gotta agree with that answer. So you can't tell us the biggest secret, but like I said, we know a little bit more about Gino. We know a little more about Jasmine. And recently we saw that you got a new dog, which was incredibly cute. But I thought that the reveal was going to be another baby. No, is that in the works? What's the feeling there? I know that was a little something that came up.
I mean, I'm still 100% team baby. She's still not on board. We've been talking about it a little bit. The dog is just as much of a responsibility, to be honest. I don't see what's the problem with having another child when we have this dog now. So it's the same thing.
The problem is that I will have to take care about everybody by myself most of the time, and I'm just mentally not there.
Yeah, and 2 kids is a lot, you know. And Jovi, I think you're still like working partially, like for a few weeks out of so that's a lot. I think a dog is a good in between compromise there.
It's practice for her right now. She can practice with the dog, get ready for what's next.
Dog, I just like I know that 2 kids is very hard, and mentally, I think when a woman has kids, she have to be prepared. It's going to be so much harder. And now I stepping into the business where I have to educate, put so much of my time there, and I honestly just don't have so much time, and I don't want to have a child and leave the child for a nanny because that's just ridiculous. If I will have a second child, I want to be the same mom like I am for Mila.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you know, you're doing the show, you're having fun. I'd be the same. You know, it's like you have a kid, have some fun.
Yeah.
You got time for kids.
I think when people tell me you should have a second baby, I think they want me to struggle in life. They think that I live too much of the good life, and they're like, girl, you need a little bit of struggle.
You're just having too much fun. You need to struggle. Consider child.
Yeah.
I am curious, you know, there's a lot of talk about the show right now, just given our current political climate, of people who point to 90 Day Fiancé as representative of the experience of immigrating to America. And I think a lot of people say, no, it's really not like that. It kind of is, but they're also picking people who have a lot of drama. How do you feel the show captured your experience when it came to the visa process and approvals and just how much it costs to go through that process?
Oh man, that was I mean, obviously one of the most complicated situations we've been in our life, right? So having 90 days to get married is really not an easy thing in general. I mean, you're trying to plan a wedding, you're trying to see how this person's adapting to your country. It's just really not easy. And then, you know, you have costs associated with that. First of all, that person has to travel to America. That person can't work when they get to America. So there's just so many factors that play into legal fees. And I think the cost of just your green card now has gone up like tremendously. So all that process is just becoming harder and harder as time goes on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say, why don't they just do this the right way? How can it be so hard? And you watch the show and see couples that seem wonderful, like Niles and Matilda. I don't know if you remember them, but they were struggling to get visa approvals because she's from Africa and it's harder to get approvals from certain countries than other countries. And then you see some people and you're like, well, how did they get approved when it's clear they've met like one time? You know, how does this really work? So I do think it's pretty realistic in that regard, but I I do also, it is true. They're picking people who have just a lot of drama where it's like, okay, this is going to be good television. But it is still the learning channel. I feel like we're still learning about the process.
I actually don't see it that way at all.
Me neither, because honestly, sorry for just cutting you off. I met so many people in real life, especially now I live in Miami, who've been through the same process. And I will tell you, they are 10 times more fucked up than I am, or than most of the cast members are. So, like, I don't think that they just picking up the craziest couple. I think that that's just like, there's all kind of different people in this kind of process.
The way I look at it is like you pick people to come in and do this, right? And it's very stressful. It can make you crazy, like trying to go through this process. And you say, oh, maybe they cast. I don't think it's like intentionally doing that. I think everyone just encounters problems.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to anyone who's been like, oh, yeah, I got my green card, no problem.
Yeah.
We got married. It was all, butterflies and roses. There's no cases that are that way,
Yeah.
right? It's not that easy. Everyone I've talked to has struggled tremendously.
100%, and it's without the show, because one of the person missing the family, one of the person, so the immigrant got in depressed, so much shit going on. If it's a man, then his ego getting hurt, then he started spending money on some like none of the good stuff. So like I don't think it's just like the people who's on the show. I think it's just
It's the process, really.
the process is very hard.
Yeah. I do think being on the show and the fame that kind of comes with that, do you think that also adds to the pressure of the visa process? I mean, most people aren't getting used to being in America while also being like, oh no, am I going to end up on like, TMZ if something happens between us?
I think that could be a factor, and I think something to think about too is like, you get on the TV show and like people start getting into your DMs. Like initially to a lot of people that can be overwhelming, and
just like for Jovi, sometimes he's like, you just like whatever. I'm like, that is the comment that today some hater leave for me, and you just saying like it's the hater. Like you could not do that anymore. But like it gets to people's head sometimes, especially when you're in the show.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of times the guys will be like good guys, and then they meet some people and they get big on the show and they get the DMs, and you're like, come on, no, like Rob and Sophie. It seemed like Rob just kept getting DMs and just couldn't stay faithful to Sophie.
couldn't resist. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
Especially in the beginning, if you've never gotten that kind of attention before, and then like we'll use Rob for an example. All these women are messaging him, all these guys are messaging Sophie. I think it's very unhealthy for your relationship.
It's crazy. No guys never message me. No, I'm like, I'm not attractive or something. Mm-mm.
No, then
One time, some like famous guy messaged me. I don't know, whatever. And that's it. No guy messaged me. Never. My DM is full of females.
they've all seen your personality on TV.
And I have a really cool, big personality.
yeah. I think they're more just like Jovi. I think you come off as very intimidating, frankly. Like in the world of the show, I do get like, it's like, oh no, that's not worth it. He's gonna like send someone to hurt me. You have the feeling of like you have goons you could send after someone, is what I'm saying.
Not going to talk about that today, okay?
Yes.
You won't confirm or deny, but that is the vibe that I'm getting. I also wanted to ask, there has been some talk of a new show that may be on Fox that was recently mentioned, and it is the government. They want to give people citizenship if they participate in this reality show where there's challenges, and at the end of it, you can win citizenship. How does that feel, knowing like you went through the process and you had to deal with reality TV? How does it feel to know that this might just be like a thing they start giving away in game shows?
So it's a game show where if you win, you get in citizenship.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen something about this, but I thought it was fake whenever I saw it. I think I saw it on social media, but maybe it's a thing.
It's a real idea, but then obviously there are people who are like, no, you can't do that. Citizenship means so much. It's a thing people work for. But
No, I think it's a cool idea. If you are in a game where you have to play so hard to win something, means you are a good, reliable person to stay in this country. Because if you're fighting so much to get to the point where you want to get, then
I think it's cool, and you got to think
I
about
think
the
it's cool.
percentage level of that as well. It's very low, right? It's
Yeah.
probably like 0.0000001% of people
But there's
even get that
also this,
opportunity.
green card winning thing.
Green card lottery.
You can get green card lottery. If anybody could get
yeah, even that is already like a lottery.
that. Yeah.
I think if you do reality television, like most of the people on 90 Day, I'm like, you entertain people and like made a network money, you deserve to stay here. Like fine, like yeah, it works. Like you did it. Like Michael. Again, I'm like, you deserve to stay here. So I think if they want to do this way, okay. But I hope that it doesn't take away from people being on 90 Day Fiance, because obviously.
I think it's cool. I think it'll be even cooler if the people have it like if part of winning the competition is like something about America, right? Like some of these games or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, like, do you make people like sing the national anthem? I don't know. I guess like trivia, but most Americans probably couldn't answer it.
Friends, sponsors, brother. How's it?
Yeah, we just
I just get my citizenship, so I know.
yeah, we just went through all that practice and learning all the answers to the test and all that stuff.
Oh my! I know they sometimes captured in the show, and it seems just so difficult. How did it feel to take the test?
I passed through I had very fun time with my immigration officer. I think she hates me. She either know me from the show because they told me that waiting time was maximum 30 minutes, but I wait 2 hours, I think, because this particular immigration officer wanted me to go to her. She hated me. But I passed it. It was very fun. I passed it through all the questions, but then she didn't believe me that I am married. So she asked me to print 3 years of everything, of all of my proof of living at the state. I came like this with like this documentation.
We had to get 3 years of tax returns, 3 years of where we've lived together, 3 years of our bank statements showing we're on the same bank accounts. Like it was kind of absurd, to be
all
honest.
kind of shit.
Were you like, here's 3 years of footage, like we were on a show?
She was like, my husband's outside. I
No.
can go get him and bring him in. She's like, no, he might be here just to, just to prove to me that whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. I was like, okay, ma'am. But it was rude. She make me spell. She would make me write something like, California has the biggest population in the United States, and because of that, what was the next word I told you? I forgot.
She made you type how many millions of people.
How many millions of people are there? And then like I will write it, and then it will like disappear from the screen, and then she will be like, and now spell it. I'm like, spell it all? She's like, yes, spell it.
The whole thing?
Oh my god! But things got like I work in entertainment now, and I have a lots of advertisement which I do for social media. So I used to memorizing the script.
Yeah.
And like spell it, like if I don't have that kind of like if I don't have to memorize the script so often, I don't know if I will be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't think people realize like how difficult it is.
It's only now. My lawyer said it's only now. It wasn't like this years ago.
Yeah, people have been saying, oh, if you have a friend who could get deported, like marry them and they can stay here. It's so easy. And I'm just like, no, it is so difficult. You need so much paperwork.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
And you will get in trouble if you make it. Like, you can't fake 3 years of photos and tax returns. And if you try, you will probably go to jail. So don't do that.
And actually, that was not necessary. Like my lawyer told me that is not necessary, but she just wanted that, and that was just her will.
Yeah, we had a list of the things that we had to bring to the appointment. She brought all that
I
stuff.
feel all this time, she stand in front of me. She's like, when you come to the office, we told you what to bring. She's like this close to me, and then she looks at the paper. She's like, no, actually, we didn't told you, but you should know. I'm like, how would I know, ma'am?
Yeah, and to me, it's like, I watched the show, so I'm like, obviously, this is an amazing couple that's together. They have a kid. Like, what are you talking about? Let's go. Like, but still, the fact that you would have to put that much work into it when there's actual footage of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not an easy process. And I thank TLC for letting us see this world.
Yeah.
That's good though. We're at a point now. It's like super exciting to know that she has a U.S. passport, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. Like it's a huge weight off of our shoulders at this point.
Yeah, you got like big trips planned. Do you have any family that's going to be coming over here, Yara?
Yeah, I'm planning to do a green card for my mom because she got denied her visa twice already. On her tourist visa, she got denied. So I want to do for her green card so she can come visit anytime. And we plan to go to Morocco this September. Just really traveling and stuff. I'm gonna put a new stamp in my new passport.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to know how you feel about like Brandon and Julia's family coming here. I totally understand Julia like wanting to give the extra bedroom to her parents and stuff. And I thought Brandon's parents were being really selfish.
That was so weird, to be honest. Like, Daddy is just like out of this world. He's like, no, that's my mom room. What do you mean? Like, if Joe will tell me, like, no, that's my mom room. I'm like, no, that's like an extra room for everybody. And your mom leave 1 hour for the ministry bedroom.
Not fun.
Like, you could drive, mom.
Is he that much of a mama's boy? Because it seems like maybe it's the show, but then I'm like, oh no, he legitimately is like not okay with her parents.
If you look at his body language, he's always like this. He's always like a shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
His
definitely a
body language
mama's
is
boy.
like
We
that.
met them quite a long time ago, actually. Like, oh, we were in the same 90 Day Fiance season, actually. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've always had that feeling about him that he was that way, and it hasn't changed over the years.
I mean, but his mama is very dominant, so maybe the boy does not even have a choice.
I think she would keep that bedroom no matter what she had to do it. So this is TV I Say, and everyone wants to know, what TV are you watching right now?
Oh man, what TV have I been? I've been watching Hunt for Love, obviously.
I like it.
I'm big on the Traders. I know that's not on currently, but like that's probably my favorite show.
It's so good. This last season was incredible.
They just had the Netflix one too, the $1 Million Secret. That was quite good. And I'm watching Destination X on NBC, where these people get dropped off in a random country, and you got to figure out where you are.
It's crazy how much Joey have free time. And I watch nothing. I'm busy working and raising a child. I don't even have a time to watch it.
You're like, whatever the kid wants to watch, Bluey, like Miss Rachel.
That's actually how it goes.
I like Destination X. I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't think it was that difficult. Like every time it was the biggest city in whatever country, like it was just, oh, you're in Paris. Yeah, I would probably guess Paris.
I did think so too. Like it was quite easy to guess where you are and figure stuff out. I feel like they should have made it a little more challenging.
Yeah. They did have like some reality people drop in though, which I thought was a little bit like they had Janae from Love Island and someone from The Bachelor. And I was like, I wonder if they'd have some 90 Day people pop in. Like, would you guys consider doing like The Traders, Destination X?
Oh yeah, those two shows, I mean, probably are my favorite on TV right now. So yeah, 100%.
I keep saying they need 90 Day Fiance people on Traders.
Yeah.
They will not allow us probably, but they will would.
They need to work it out. I know different networks, whatever, but
Yeah.
it's actually, I think 90 Day people would run the game. Like if you put Jasmine in Traders, I just do think that she might actually kill someone and get confused about how the game works.
That's
I want to be a trader. I want to be the trader for sure.
Yeah, I think like people would just underestimate the 90 Day people, and then I just think they'd be so good at like knowing how to manipulate, like pull at the heartstrings. It needs to happen.
Or we need to come up with our own show like that, something similar for TLC.
Honestly, yeah, TLC, let's get to work on that. Mafia, love,
Yeah.
like Killing for Love or something.
Yeah.
That's good.
Any other shows you're watching or things you like?
I watched Sunset before.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. There's a reality show. But then I met the girls in the red carpet and I didn't like them, so I stopped watching.
Yeah. Were they mean in person?
So mean. And then there was only one girl who was very nice.
Which one?
The other one who have a young boyfriend. He's from Albania, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Maya, I think. No, yeah, Maya is the French one. No.
No,
I
not
don't remember her
Maya.
name.
Yeah, she's the
The
older
blonde
one.
one, short hair. She was very nice, but everybody else was so mean. One of the guy, I was sitting on the table holding Jovi's hand, and one of the guys, the seller guy, he comes to me. He was like, "You're hot. Call me." I was like, he was on my boob.
They are really, really short. I've met
That's the ego.
it's
I'm
just
like, what
all
is
ego. Exactly. They have so much ego that it's like, oh, okay, you really, okay, they went for it. But wow, I would think like Chriselle would be nice, but
Chriselle. I think that's Chriselle. I think that's her name. She's blonde. She have a short haircut and very young boyfriend. I think he's from Albania. She was so nice.
Yeah, she was nice. She was talking to us, and everybody else was telling her, like, let's go.
Let's go. Why would you talk to them? Let's go. I talk to them. I'm like, oh my God. It's like so mean.
yeah, like come on, 90, like you're the celebrities. When I'm at the party, I'm always like, I want to party with the 90 Day people. They are fun. There was like I think a party at the Standard, and afterwards someone was trying to steal as many 90 Day Fiance pillows and like all the stuff that was around. I won't say which cast member, but I was just like, this is incredible. She was trying to steal so many bottles of wine and like everything that was on a table.
God. Now I want to know who it is.
That is embarrassing.
I'll say she is currently on Hunt for Love.
Oh,
It's
okay.
probably the blonde one. What's her name? Courtney. Is it Courtney?
Oh no, it's
probably
not Courtney. So it's
Oh.
not Courtney. So that kind of narrows it down.
Oh.
Definitely not Chantel. Chantel wouldn't do that.
She wouldn't. Chantal would not do
No,
that.
Chantel would not do that shit. I don't know that one.
No, who could know? That narrows it down right there.
Yeah, now you figured it out.
Jovi Yara, I want to thank you so much for joining me in TV I Say today. This was so much fun. Thanks for getting us all caught up on 90 Day Fiancé. And telling the truth, I got to say, you didn't make me drink that much. So thank you very much. You have episodes of Happily Ever After still coming out. This current season is still running, and there is going to be a reunion. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much. And where can people follow you?
People can follow me on my Instagram. It's called Yara Zaya or Jovi Dufresne COVID-19.
Everybody thinks my Instagram is Jovid19. I just made it a long time ago. People don't get it.
It's funny. Yeah, funny. Jovi 19. Yeah. So watch Happily Ever After. Catch up with them. Thank you so much. We'll be back with another episode.